this is Manuel. Welcome to another tutorial in After Effects. This is an introduction to After Effects for those who are now getting started to After Effects. So if you are an advanced user of After Effects, I guess this is way below your belt. This is for people who are now getting to learn After Effects. Okay, so when you open After Effects 2017 CC, this is what you have displayed on your screen, and you have this pop-up with your recent works. You would have new project option, open project, new team, and then open team. So you can choose to close this if you're about to create a composition. So first of all, you go to composition and go to new composition, and then you have your composition name highlighted over here. So let's name this Getting Started. Okay, and you come to your presets, your composition, the size is going to take, and normally After Effects projects are normally in pixels. Okay, so you go to the costume, and I normally use 1920 by 1080 pixels, and you can choose to lock the aspect ratio, which is the ratio for TV and most devices that we have, and you can choose to unlock it so that maybe you choose your preferred size that you want. Okay, I prefer locking it. You have your square pixels here. My frame rate is 29.97 frames per second. Resolution, you have to change it to half if your machine is not that fast, and the duration of your composition can be as long as you want it to be. So I'll change mine to 10 seconds for the sake of the tutorial, and change my background color to, let's say, black. Okay, so this is what we have when you do all those things. And when you come here, you have your project panel, in which when you import any image, you see those images pop up over here. And then you have the composition panel, where all the elements you are going to use are going to be displayed. You have your Windows panel over here, which you have the info, audio, preview, blah 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 blah. You have all of them over here, effects, character, and then you have your timeline over here, and you have your layers panel too over here. Okay, this is just a tidbit of the entire interface of After Effects. Okay, and when we get to the composition panel, okay, as we go on, I will try and then highlight on something. Okay, so as we have our document open, we want to try and then work out something in After Effects, okay, for the sake of this tutorial. So let's create a new layer. Let's add a solid. Let's change the solid to something like green, a lemon, or let's use a darker green for the sake of contrast. Okay, so we want to add a text. So you go to layer, new layer, and then text. So Getting Started with After Effects. Getting started with After Effects. And there's one thing I want to highlight on. After Effects normally deals with keyframes, which allows you to animate the elements that you are going to include in your project. Okay, so we'll be touching on the keyframes very soon. So this is our text. Let's change the color to white and change the font. I really like this font, Libel Tube. Okay, so this is what we have getting started with After Effects. Want to show a bit of emphasis in the text, so increase this a bit. So that we have some kind of dominance in the work. Okay, so let's look at this thing too in the composition panel. You have this icon over there, and you have the title and action save, And when you click on it, it gives you some guidelines which tells you where your text will be safe or safer. So you have the title and action safe over here, and then you have the preview time here. The title and action safe will give you some guidelines where you are going to fit your text. Okay, so we can turn it off. And then, so we want to animate this text that we have over here. Okay, so let's animate the getting started with first. So the first thing you want to do is add a keyframe, and then the keyframe is in regards to the position. So you hit P, which is going to make the position keyframe pop up. So before you animate anything, you want to click on the stopwatch, else anything that you are going to do is going to be useless. So you click on the stopwatch, which is going to add a keyframe wherever the current time indicator is. Okay, so we want to move this getting started from the working space, and then move it to about 2 seconds, and then move it back to where it was initially. So when you move it back and you hit the space bar, you will see that it is coming from the top of the project. Okay, so we have some nice animation here, getting started with animated. So we want to animate the After Effects too with that same idea. So you click on the After Effects, hit P, and then click the stopwatch, which is going to add a keyframe. But now we don't want the After Effects and the getting started to be in the same position or in the same transition. So we want to click on the keyframe, move it to 1 second, and then move the current time indicator to 2 seconds, and then let's move the current time indicator back to where we added a keyframe. Undo, control V to undo. Okay, so we want to move this to from the scene. Okay, and then we move the current time indicator to 2 seconds, and then we move the After Effects back to where it was initially. So when you hit the spacebar, this is the kind of animation you are going to get getting started with After Effects. Okay, so we have some nice animation here getting started with After Effects. Okay, so right now, after that, you see everything is just there, and so we want to add some wipes to the text we have over here. So let's click on the getting started. We go to effects, go to transition, and go to linear wipe. Okay, so whenever you want a keyframe to pop up, you just hit U, and then the keyframe will pop up. So we have our transition effect over here, which we have to manipulate to take an effect on where we want it to be. So after the transition, we want it to disappear from the scene. So the transition completion is there, and we want it to disappear. So from here, we set the transition completion to 0 by clicking on the stopwatch over there. Okay, so you click on the stopwatch on the transition add a keyframe, and then you move the current time indicator to, let's say, 3 seconds, and then the transition complete, you move it to 100%. So if you see, when you hit the space bar, you can see a transition here, and then it gets vanished. Okay, and then we want to add something similar to the After Effects also. So go to Effects, click on the layer first, go to Effects, go to Transition in a linear white. Okay, so you hit the keyframes to pop up, and then click on the transition, completion, move the current time indicator to 3 seconds, or let's say 4 seconds, and then move it to 100%. So this is what we're going to have from what we have done. So getting started with After Effects, we have these wipes, and then we have some nice transition over here, which is below standard, but this is because of our tutorial. So in case you are done and this is your project, we have it's about 4 seconds. So we don't need to render all the 10 seconds. So you have the work area end. Okay, so just move this to 4 seconds. Okay, so you wouldn't need to render all the 10 seconds, which you have an excess of 6 seconds. So getting started with After Effects. Okay, good. So we want to render if this is your project and you are done, you want to render it. You go to composition, and then add to render queue, which the shortcut is Ctrl M, or if you have media encoder installed on your machine, you can use that. Click on render, and then go to the output mode, change the format from AVI to QuickTime, and then format settings to H2.64. Okay, and if you've watched my first tutorial on After Effects, I showed you how to install H2.64 in After Effects. Okay, and then you have the possibility of having this codec in your After Effects. So click OK, and then the output folder is desktop. Mine is desktop. Okay, so you want to save it over there, getting started with After Effects. Now, one thing I also want to share is that we didn't add images and other things to this project that we are doing. Okay, but in case you are working with images and other videos, you want to keep all the files in one folder. Okay, else After Effects will not recognize them if they are scattered everywhere on your PC. Okay, so we want to render this. So after you are done with all those settings, you click on render. So our animation is rendering. So I think it's done, and can preview it, how our animation will look like. This is how our animation will look like getting started with After Effects. Okay, so this is something little that I want to share with you guys here on YouTube. And before you exit this video, I want you to subscribe and like my videos here on YouTube. For more tutorials than this, I'm going to be uploading some good tutorials very soon on some transitions and how to do some video commercials. So you want to like this video and then subscribe, at least to encourage me. And then if you have any comment on how to improve this channel, want to share it in the comments below. Thank you, and then stay blessed.